All right. And we're back. What is up, Factory of Sadness? Got a special emergency playoff edition coming at you. As always, we got Smitty.
Heyo.
The two special guests, Mr. Big Poppy and Glenn.
Extra special.
Yeah, he's a special boy. So we motherfuck this guy every week, so we figure we might as well bring him on, even though he's got a bye this week.
Yeah, he's got a bye, just like his sexual preferences.
Oh, hey.
That's a gay joke for those of you.
All right, so let's segue from that gay joke into what happened last week. So yours truly, the Big Cat, got bounced out of the playoffs after scoring, 209 points, something like that?
Big week.
Yeah.
Not big enough.
Yeah, top points.
Yeah. But to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad Tony made it because I think Tony's team is really good. And the other guy I kind of had a chance with was Bob Gavlak, and I think his team is really good too. So I can't be too angry because 2 weeks ago I lost to Dave Free by starting every wrong player possible. So I have really no one to blame but myself. But that was really the only game. We'll do a quick share here. That was really the once Tony won, he had control of his own destiny. So he pretty much locked that in. So we got the playoff bracket that looks like this. So as I sent out in the text, we're going to reseed. So how this is set up currently is how it's always been. But what we'll do is these games obviously will stay the same, 3, 6, 4, and 5, but the lowest remaining seed will play Glenn, and the highest remaining seed will play Seymour Bush, whose team is reeling right now. And then in the losers bracket, we'll do the same thing, but it's kind of reversed. So we'll just really let the website handle that. So I just wanted to throw that out there. The winners bracket all agreed to it. So we're just going to roll with it because that's probably how it should have been all along anyways. So, all right. Well, I've been talking for a while now. So what do you guys got?
Well, that pretty much covers it.
All right.
Not the best color man in the league for nothing. Dynamite drop in there, Monty. That broadcasting school is really paying off.
Congrats, Gabes, on top points. That was a hell of an effort you put in this past week. Sorry, it was for naught, but some money. not a bad thing. Yeah.
Almost paid for that lineman I picked up in the third week for $30.
Oh, the other Malcolm Brown?
Yeah. The wrong Malcolm Brown.
We got a vote.
It's still too soon, all right? So just back off. Back off.
You know what? I think everybody forgot about that except for you. So I appreciate you bringing it back up. So what are we here to do, right? I mean, we're really here to look at the winners bracket games that are on the docket for this week, right?
Correct.
And
so
really,
this is the first one right here.
Really go balls deep on them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So here we go. Which one? What?
We'll take a look at the 4-5 first.
The 4-5.
This one right here.
The Butthole Surfers at the Bearded Clam. So, Lamar, Cleveland. Jackson played a good game last week. Baltimore kind of looked a little more like themselves, and this is a huge game. I mean, it's way bigger for Baltimore than it's for Cleveland, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I mean, not that you could say. It is, right? But Cleveland's been on a heater, man. So, but their heater has been based on their offense and not their defense.
Yeah, their defense is terrible.
I love the aggressive nature of starting Mitch Trubisky against the horrific Houston defense. And like, it's like the old thing, I have Mitch Trubisky in another league, and it's not how you score the points or when you score them, and he's a garbage time hero, so it's not a horrible start despite what it looks like. But obviously Lamar Jackson gets the nod there. So, I think you have to say that Butthole Surfers carries the lead there. Anybody want to look at running back?
Yeah, how about Poppy or Glenn?
Yeah, so we're looking at running back. I mean, the Butthole Surfers has Le'Veon Bell and Josh Jacobs. Is Jacobs playing this week?
Is he going?
Limited, so I guess he's trending that way.
Yeah, I mean, Bell got lucky last week because CEH had a stomach virus. I played him in another league and he fucked me. So I don't think Bell is going to get as many touches as he did last week. So if you look at the running back position, I think the Bearded Clam clearly has the edge here in running back over Butthole Surfers.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Clearly, Montgomery's been a stud. This is what basically knocked me out of the playoffs right here. This game on Thanksgiving.
And he's got another great matchup this week against Houston. He's just, they're done. They're done. So,
that's got to be a top 5 running back start.
Yeah.
And then Jacobs, Indy hasn't, Indy got, undressed by Derrick Henry 2 weeks ago, so it's not unreasonable to think that Jacobs could have some success. I mean, they love to give him the ball,
Sure.
And Rojo, who do they have? Minnesota. That's a good matchup. But in Connor versus Buffalo, I mean, if Pittsburgh can unfuck their offense somehow, which I don't know how they're going to do that. Maybe they get Pouncey back this week, which would be huge. But like, if Pittsburgh can unfuck themselves, then the Bearded Clam has the advantage. But like, if Pittsburgh does what they've been doing the last 2 weeks, like,
yeah, I think the COVID fucked Pittsburgh a little bit too.
Well, Connor's coming back off of COVID. He got it. He was sick.
Well,
so like, who knows what his usage is going to be. And like, they haven't been able to run through a wet paper sack the last 2 weeks. I mean, it's
great colorful commentary there, Dave. Thanks.
Fucking Steelers fan. I lost. Do you have any idea how much money I lost on that fucking Redskins game? A lot. I had mac and cheese for dinner every night this week.
Mac and cheese is delicious. Kraft?
Yeah. Although they call it, what do they call it? Kraft dinner or something like that.
Yeah, the fancy one with the cheese sauce, right?
I'm personally a Velveeta shells and cheese guy. With
you
got to have the gelatinous.
That's exactly what I'm looking for.
It goes in and comes out the same consistency.
Actually, I bought an 8-pack of that at the beginning of the pandemic.
The cat's like, I'm good. I got my Velveeta shells and cheese. Should be fine.
I had to stab an old lady for it who was wearing a hazmat suit.
Hands off, bitch. That's fine.
I mean, the Thundercat has David Johnson, who, let's see the last couple of weeks with him too.
He played last week.
Yeah.
He scored last week too. Yeah, touchdown.
So, I mean,
I would say you'd probably play David Johnson over Michael Gallup. Gallup had a good game last week.
He had a good game last week, but he's crazy inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, dude, that was Gallup's second double-digit game of the year. His other one was against the Seahawks in that game that went fucking bananas, and they scored 85 points. So, I mean, Gallup, like, I mean, for me, I look at that and like, I'm probably starting David Johnson over him.
Yeah.
I'm probably also starting Nelson Aguilar over him. I mean, at least Aguilar has a chance for a big game.
Yeah, he can get some long plays.
Yeah. He's been pretty good this year. I mean, not great. Like, I mean, but he's, basically a flex option. But Diggs, always dangerous.
Yeah.
Lockett's been off his game, honestly, recently. So hopefully he gets things going against the shitbag Jets.
Yeah, he's due for a game.
Cover 0.
Definitely.
Well, he needs his quarterback to look his way instead of trying to throw every pass to DK Metcalf.
That'd be nice.
I mean, how hard is it for a defensive coordinator to say, let's just not let this guy beat us?
Oh, pretty
all.
hard. Except for the Giants figured it out.
That's my Russell Wilson rant. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's just maddening to watch.
But on the other side, right? Higgins against that Dallas defense, dog shit.
Yeah.
But they got quarterback problems. I mean, who's even fucking throwing the fucking football over there? Hopkins is obviously always a good start. Marvin Jones, Galladay's not coming back, is he?
They said Hopkins is hurt, actually. I don't know what. I was listening to Carton and Roberts this afternoon, and they were talking about Hopkins being hurt.
He's Q. His back, his neck and his back.
His pussy and his crack.
Dude, he don't have to fucking practice to play.
Yeah. He never practices.
Especially this late in the season.
Yeah.
And with nothing on the line for that team. They're fucking cooked. They're terrible. Their coach is a joke.
Tell me how you really feel.
Kelsey's probably the best fantasy player to have. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did he play Hunter Henry? He did. He started him.
Got Henry and Hawkinson in.
Yeah, he's got 2 tight ends.
Hunter Henry, has he caught anything?
Hunter Henry plays for the Chargers. He's not playing tonight.
I confuse him with Higbee in my mind.
Wrong LA team.
Just edit that out.
Mistake, Tim. Yeah, we'll cut that. Jacoby Myers just had a catch for 31 yards on Andrew's bench, so off.
I was looking at him. I like that guy. It's hard to start though because Cam can't throw a forward pass.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think this is like a 11-yard pass that he ran for the other 20 yards. Hawkinson, Packers. Okay, sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Hunter Henry. That's not bad. I mean, but Kelsey's probably going to be at worst.
He could wipe him out. He can cover.
He could cover them both, or like at worst, he's probably 75% of the two of them. Bosa is a terrorist.
Darius Leonard's a fucking beast.
Right. I mean, the defense over on that side of the ball, on the Butthole Surfer side, because Bosa has a good matchup against Atlanta. I mean, Matt Ryan is a statue back there, right?
Yeah.
So Bosa's going to just feast. 53 points. Holy dog shit.
Yeah, that was when he played me. He was on this bench.
You have a touchdown?
Yep.
Okay. Leonard's always a good start.
Yeah. And
Rodney McLeod. I mean, okay, sure.
I bet you Schobert outscored Leonard 189, 168. Yeah.
Yeah, Leonard, how many games did he miss?
Yeah.
It was 3 games?
2.
I mean, the Bears game, he got hurt
at
the beginning of it.
So, I think this is going to be a close game overall.
Yeah. I mean,
if Andrew's going to win, he needs some luck on Kelsey, and he needs Trubisky to keep up with Lamar.
I think Trubisky is the biggest key here. Mm-hmm. I think if Trubisky gives him, 20, 25 points,
he's got a chance.
He's got a chance. I mean, he can't go 14, right?
Yeah, I do think he needs to do something. I mean, the Gallup is a shot worth taking, right? Because there are going to be points in that game. I think personally, his game is going to hinge on James Conner.
Yep.
If Conner goes out and has a good game and the Steelers, for whatever reason, turn things around in a week, maybe they get healthier on the offensive line. I mean, but that offense is dysfunctional right now. And if it continues as such, I don't think Andrew can win because Buffalo will get a lead. And unless it's via Diggs, right, on the bearded clam side, then they're just going to grind it out with Moss and Singletary. So there's 2 guys on Andrew's team that can't score this week. And to me, if I was betting on it, which I always do poorly, but if I was betting on it, I would bet on Butthole Surfers. That's my play.
Yeah.
I'll take Butthole. I'll take it 189 to 172.
Wow.
That's a lot of points for
That's
Butthole
a lot
Surfers.
of points.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's going to be that high scoring. I don't think it's going to be 3 fingers in the butt. I think it's only going to be 2 fingers.
Just
It's going to be a
two.
double finger in the butt, just 2 in the pink. Oh wait, sorry. So I got to go Butthole too. I think they just have more
We're all-
weapons here than
It's
Andy
all-
does. So
We're all Butthole fans here, which is not surprising.
All right,
I'm
the
gonna.
other. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna say Butthole Surfers 142.78 to beat Bearded Clams 136.59.
I think
That's-
I think it's gonna be a moderately to low scoring game.
I think that's closer to what I would expect there.
All right. All right. Baker's Brownies versus Kamala is a tranny.
Is that how you say her name, or is it Kamala?
no, it's Kamala.
Kamala.
Glenn, tell
Get him,
Is it?
Glenn.
Am I racist for not knowing?
Sorry. Quick point of personal privilege over here.
No, I'm racist for a lot of other reasons, not for that.
All right. So we got this matchup, the 3-6 matchup. Bobby D not playing too well coming into this, and Baker Brownie's been red hot for at least the last 3 weeks.
Bobby lost to me.
Scorching.
What do you think of
Wow.
that?
Bobby.
That should be an
still lost to
automatically
me.
expulsion from the
I almost-
league.
But I probably almost lost my fucking first round bye in the losers bracket. Fucking
I mean, Bobby must be preoccupied with new things in his life because that he's got on a real dive lately.
it's fantasy football.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Something
definitely
must be on his mind.
he's
Yeah.
definitely
Something
watching the
big.
Notebook instead of the Steelers games on Sundays now.
I know he's not. Dave Free doesn't know what to do. It's like that. It's like that scene in Narcos when he's just sitting there on the
It's
swing.
just-
Dave Free on Sundays.
Well, Bobby's at fucking Bed Bath and Beyond.
Fucking pick it out, you
Maybe-
fucking.
Maybe Home Depot if there's time.
I don't know. I don't know if there'll be enough time.
What the fuck are you talking about, man?
That's good.
Oh.
That's good because I know he's going to be listening to this too.
I can't wait. All right, so I mean, this is possibly. I mean, this is it. No, this is the top 2 quarterbacks for me. in
Yeah.
fantasy
Yeah, for
football
sure.
right now, especially with how Russ fell off. I mean, Watson has been just like
Lights
crazy
out.
good,
Yep.
right? And Mahomes is Mahomes. So, it's obviously a matchup issue here, and like they're both playing 2 pretty good defenses too.
Really good.
Yeah, I mean, and for whatever reason, I mean, both opposing teams, Miami and Chicago, both have something to play for. So like these are like live hot games right here that are not going to be throwaways for any side. So, oh boy, I don't know. I mean,
Here's the one thing I would say with Mahomes is that he has more weapons than Watson right now. Watson's wide receiver, like all his weapons, his top weapon was fucking Kuti. I picked him up. It was a great
played
weapon
great,
for me,
played
but
great last
he
week.
played great.
Key.
But that's all. I mean, I don't know if his wide receivers are coming back. You guys can. I don't know if you guys checked. I didn't.
Well, Will Fuller's not going to be back until middle September next year.
Thanks.
Well, I mean, he's not. He got fucking suspended because Brian Cushing is a roid monkey. He's the strength and conditioning coach for the Texans.
I didn't even.
That guy got suspended like 3 times for roids.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, and then who's the other guy? The other guy's on IR. Cobb is on IR.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's Kuti, and he's playing kind of like the Will Fuller role, and then there's Cooks. And then you have the tight ends, and you got Duke Johnson and fucking David Johnson. And, it is a slop fest out there. But Watson's good. He's like Aaron Rodgers in the respect that, like, I mean,
It's all on him. He's got to run around and make plays.
Yeah, and
Right.
he's good enough to throw guys open and to just like he's playing very well. And I think he's got the softer of the two matchups.
Yeah, I agree.
Miami is like good, which is weird. They're like good. They're like a well-coached team. And they have a crazy amount of first-round picks coming up. I was listening to something the other day where they have I think they have 2 firsts in 2021 and 2 seconds or something like that because of trades. So Miami could get like crazy good real quick. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I kind of like, I don't know. I mean, how do you
It's
not
pretty
like
much a
Mahomes?
toss-up, yeah.
Yeah, I expect them to be within a handful of points of each other, I guess is what I would say.
All right, how about running backs? We got Miles and CEH versus Robinson and Gallman.
I mean, Gallman's just been a stud the last couple of weeks, right?
Look at that consistency right there.
Fucking Giants are like kind of good.
Mhm.
Kind of good, well coached. Not like the other New York team, but anyway, we're not going there.
Jim Robinson against the Titans. That's a solid matchup.
Yeah, I mean, CEH for what it's worth, he's I feel like they're not using him as much. Look at his last couple of weeks. Besides the Raiders game, right? Look at the Panthers, only 10 points and 4 points.
Well, and when did Le'Veon Bell show up? Right before the Jets game.
Yeah.
Right. So he's had 10.9. He had 20 points, but that was two touchdowns there.
There wasn't a lot of productivity.
He's not catching the fucking football, dude.
I thought
he
he'd
was
be catching the ball all the time, and he's just not. He started at the beginning too, but
yeah. So he's a concern, and like the Dolphins are like okay defensively. Miles Sanders is a guy that Bobby should honestly contemplate a change at this month.
Yeah, I think that guy's a disappointment this year.
Well, I mean, he's got the Saints, dude.
Oh, well, I get it. I'm just saying, forget about him having the Saints. He's been a disappointment too.
That team's a disaster. Are you serious? Did Bobby bench Robert Woods?
No.
He did. He benched Robert Woods. He's only 3 for 19 right now, but Jesus.
With a tackle.
I know, but whatever. Take it. Points.
So
yeah, Miles Sanders for me this week is like a danger Will Robinson situation. Like, who knows how it's going to work with Hurts at the, playing quarterback. Like, you would think that Doug Peterson could get his clam chowder brain around the fact that like you got to get the guy the fucking ball, and you can't try to throw down the field when you have no offensive line, and your 3 best players on offense are your running back and your 2 tight ends. Like, figure it the fuck out. Don't throw it deep.
Yeah.
Is he that smart? I don't know. Probably not. Probably.
Philly scumbag.
Classic Philly scumbag.
Yeah.
He's just a guy that just like I feel like he just like slid into a little bit of magic that year that they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because Nick Foles is not good. Doug Peterson does not seem to be a very effective coach. Who actually in my mind gets the credit for that Super Bowl win is the guy that's taken Indianapolis to the fucking playoffs because he was the offensive coordinator there.
Yeah.
Frank Reich.
Former Buffalo Bill.
Word on the street too.
That's no hard no. Buffalo Bill.
Word on the street is that the Colts are a suitor for Carson Wentz because Reich wants him real bad.
I heard that too.
Should be a good. I mean,
really?
he's done.
That's a huge contract to fucking eat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. But the thing is they'll be able to get him at a reasonable price because Philly is gonna eat some of that contract. Yeah. And if he turns into the guy that Reich had that year that he got, I mean, that year that he got hurt when he blew out his knee against the Rams, like he was playing fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah.
He was electric. He was so good.
They also say that the Colts are looking at Darnold.
Yeah.
As a possible. So
we'll see. Yeah.
And I think Darnold's a good quarterback that they should look at too. I think the Jets are just a poison franchise.
I think the Jets are going to take what's his nuts. Or do you think the Jets are going to trade out of that pick?
No, they'll take Lawrence.
They're gonna take him.
They
Yeah.
take Lawrence, and then they're going to trade Darnold away for something.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Darnold goes to either San Francisco or he goes to the Colts.
Go to Pittsburgh.
Oh, you go to Pittsburgh. That's a great move for him to go to
He'd be
Pittsburgh.
good in Pittsburgh.
I think that's a great move.
Anyway, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah, let's get through this game. So let's
Camel
get
toe versus Baker.
wide receivers. So we got Adams, Cooks, and Crowder versus Julio, who I don't think is going to play.
And Evans. He's got Evans over there too.
Yeah.
Which Evans was held out of practice this week, I feel like, right?
Yeah.
Julio did not practice today, so
Yeah, but Julio's still going to play.
that's a fucking problem. I bet you CeeDee Lamb would be a good start there. What about Evans? Evans has something going on, doesn't he?
He did
You-
not practice.
He didn't practice today either. So, I mean, who knows this late in the season, especially with Tampa Bay being a playoff contender. They might just rest him until game time. What's his other option, right? Who's he play? Philip Lindsay? Is Lindsay back?
Yeah, Lindsey's back.
Is he?
He
Yeah.
played last week.
He played last week. He didn't do anything.
14 touches, though.
I'll give you 14 touches.
I don't even know why Philip Lindsay plays. He's fucking terrible.
I mean, you got Melvin Gordon otherwise.
Melvin
you know,
Gordon's pretty good. And I mean, I watched some of that game last week.
yeah.
Not a bad player.
So I would say this is if Mike Evans doesn't go, then this is a serious downgrade on the guy that Tony has to put in. A
Mhm.
serious downgrade.
Yeah.
Bobby D, if Julio doesn't go, guys that Bobby has that he could start, Robert Woods, guess not.
No.
Like Kareem Hunt,
Latavius.
Kareem Hunt's a good.
even Pittman's a pretty good start. Las Vegas's defense is not all that great. Pittman's been getting. He had, I think, 2 weeks ago he had a shitty game. I think last week he got some looks. I mean, he's a guy that's not going to leave you high and dry.
Yeah.
Where
I would
Murray,
take Hunt over Pittman.
I know, but
Rogala.
I don't know. Nick Chubb's been so good.
Oh.
I mean, what did Hunt do? I mean, he hasn't been in double
Yeah,
digits.
if he doesn't get in the end zone, it's not a good start. But he's due.
Yeah.
But that's also kind of what you're getting when you're like, it's your last offensive Bucs guy. Like you're kind of looking for touchdown upside for me, at least. Oof. I would take a run on Pittman. Bobby D has to swing for the fences anyway. I think
Mhm.
Las Vegas has a weaker defense than Kareem Hunt's facing. And I would, if I had to predict game flow in Cleveland this week, I would say that Baltimore's going to try to muck it up. They're going to try to muck it up. They're going to run Gus Edwards and J.K. Dobbins 4,000 times and Lamar, and they're going to try to muck it up and keep things.
Is Mark Andrews back?
Yes.
He's playing this week. And that's also a little bit of a game changer too.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
I don't know. Depth problems on both of these teams though, right?
Yeah.
Tight
I
end
mean,
wise,
at tight end,
huge advantage for Bob.
Yeah.
I mean, Schultz is a scorer. He's got a score, right?
Yeah.
But Ebron has been getting a lot of looks in that offense. I mean, he still drops.
Half his passes.
My God.
And he's got
crazy.
22 targets the last 2 weeks. That's ridiculous.
No, dude. I mean, he's been getting a ton of looks, dude.
Mhm.
But I mean, but it's his thing. It's who he is. He doesn't catch every pass and whatever. Ingram's been spitting hot fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So ever since I traded him away, well, I guess he had a pedestrian week. He's been off and on, right? So he was good against the Bengals, mediocre against the Seahawks, but still 8 targets, right?
Yeah, but Danny Dimes hasn't been in the. I mean.
Yeah, this was the non-Danny Dimes game.
But
Yeah.
Danny's coming back this week, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's back this week.
He'll probably have a pretty good game.
Yeah. I mean, or get killed. But
What, the Cardinals?
yeah. No, I was just being facetious.
Fucking.
Yeah. Where I think this is pretty darn close, but I think what might put Tony over the edge is the defense.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because
I
Devin
agree with
White
that.
has been a complete stud. He's
Yeah.
going to get you at least 15 points with, big upside potential. You don't have that with, this guy's been real consistent too.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Zadarius
Zadarius.
Smith.
Well, I feel like he's a sack guy. He's been like, in the
Yeah,
team.
he's been getting tons of sacks. Look at that.
Yeah, but he doesn't get any tackles. That's
Yeah.
the problem, right? He's had a sack in what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of it his last 7, but he hasn't had any more than 4 solo tackles. I mean, Zadarius Smith is starting a defensive end. You're starting a defensive end.
Right.
And against Detroit, they're not good. So, I mean, he has just as good a chance as not getting a sack, but I don't like Zadarius Smith at all.
Minka's kind of, if he doesn't get any action his way, he needs deflections and interceptions to score.
Yeah, he's been hit and miss. Last year it was all him. This year it's that Mike Hilton guy or something. I don't know if somebody else is playing on that defense, but
this guy hasn't been scoring either. Actually, if I were Tony, I'd probably look to sub someone in there.
Yeah. I mean, Sorensen, was real hot in the middle of the season. I actually have him in another league, but yeah, he's been pretty bad.
Tony doesn't have anybody on the bench.
Yeah, he'd have to pick someone up. I'm not sure who's available, but
I mean, he could definitely.
There's usually guys out there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So find somebody that has a reasonable matchup, but
this is a big matchup. But let's make some calls here. I'm going to go with Tony here, and I'm going to go 175 to 171.
Wow, that's close.
Close one.
I actually don't think it's going to be close. I think Tony's gonna beat him handily.
Oh.
So if you want to score, I'm going to go 182 to 142.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all on Tony too. You just look at his kind of key players, and they all have pretty good matchups. Watson, Gallman, Robinson, Adams. He's got, and he's even got, he's got Brandon Cooks there, so he's got a little bit of stacking there. So,
he's got 2 number ones. That's the thing.
You got Crowder against the Seattle defense, who sucks at stopping the pass. I think it's look, if Evans goes, it'll be a blowout for Tony. If Evans doesn't go, that's going to pull him back to Bobby, who, if Bobby gets something good, out of Miles Sanders or Clyde Edwards-Helaire, then we got something. And also about Julio Jones. If Julio Jones doesn't go and Mike Evans does, done, baby. That's going to be a death shot. So
direct flight to Fort Lauderdale for Bob.
Correct. And Bobby will be grabbing that golf bag at about 4:45 on Sunday and getting the fuck out of Dodge. But yeah, I gotta go with my guy Tony. I think he's in a good spot, man. Good players. Get Mike Evans in that game, and I think he's good to go.
I'm going to say that Kamala is actually going to pull the upset on this. I think Patty Mahomes is going to put up a really good game against Miami.
That's shocking.
They're going to get Edwards.
Shocking, Glenn, that you would vote for Kamala Harris.
Fucking snowflake.
Oh, the fucking irony. Oh, the irony.
She's hot. And I think DK and Calvin are going to have just breakout games. They're going to blow it up this week. So I think Bobby's going to pull it out. It's going to be a close game.
Yeah.
But I think he inches it out.
One question about the Bobby D team. How do we feel about starting the 1 and 2 receivers, however you want to put them, for Atlanta against the Chargers? How do we feel about that?
I mean, I don't think he has...
He doesn't have better options. I'm just saying it's a lot of eggs in one basket. And Matt Ryan has been not so good recently.
Yeah. I mean, I might look to swap in maybe Latavius Murray for one of them. He's been getting a lot of touches.
Well,
obviously, 'cause
The,
my
the
guy's
Chargers
not.
just got worked over though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
They got skull
Uh-uh.
fucked, but it was like, what did they have? Like a defensive touchdown, a return touchdown. I mean, like I'm
it,
not
it
saying
looked like a defeated team.
they're terrible.
Yeah.
They're horrible. And
But
Anthony
if you're
Lynn-
saying that Julio's not good, if Julio's hurt, I don't know how hurt he is. I mean,
I'm just personally surprised that Bobby didn't have Woods in and then be able to flex things out if Julio goes, doesn't go. I think Sanders is almost benchable this week. Almost. I don't think he can, but like he's almost like it would be almost like if you built a lineup with Julio out of it and then Julio goes, I would pull Sanders for Julio.
yeah.
That's how bad I think things could possibly be for Philly this week.
All right. Well, I think that'll wrap it up for this week.
What, we're not going to cover the losers bracket?
No.
Okay.
We got this game. We got to add 3 points to this side. It's a shitty matchup.
Let's see. I am going to go shot out of a cannon. Ready? Grudge match, creme fraiche. And the other one, Big Poppy. Ignore the fact that Cam Akers is finally playing really well. Sorry, Danny, you're going to lose. Derelict my balls. Boom, done.
I'm gonna go creme fraiche. I can't bet against myself, so I'm gonna go against
Nice.
Mike to suck my ass.
He might. If you ask nicely.
He will.
I'll take Dave Free and I'll take Mike Smith.
Yeah.
I like the creme fraiche here this week, and Mike Smith by a lot.
Oh, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah, dude.
Cam
Mike Smith's
Akers
team is actually
going-
pretty good, dude.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
He's got Chubb, he's got
terrible.
Aaron Jones. Goff has
Yeah.
been dog shit. But like, Claypool and Deontay, Michael Thomas finally back. Like,
Jonnu Smith will be playing this week.
sorry,
Yeah, he's
Danny,
got a good team. Sorry, Danny.
you're 6
you're
on the
fucked.
clock. You son of a bitch. 6 on the clock.
It's
Worst
fine.
draft-
You know what?
Worst
Six
draft
on the
pick ever.
six on the clock is not bad this year when
Yeah.
it comes back around twice. So
No. Okay. All right, boys. Well,
thanks for
that's the
having
show.
us.
That's the show.
Yeah, Cam Akers is doing good. Oh, I'm not on the show anymore. So Jared Goff only has 9 points. So I don't know, Poppy. Maybe you got a chance.
I mean,
Cam
it is
Akers
the
could lick my
bracket,
ass.
right?
Mm-hmm. All right, boys. Well, thank you for joining us. Good luck in the first round of the playoffs, and we'll see you boys next week. Holler.
This is
Cheers, ladies.